Alrighty, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to SimTrax Broadcasting. Coming to you live here with a little bit of a different series here with the NSR Series. Definitely, these guys are getting ready to get going here with the SRX cars. Check them out. I know they look a little bit different to me. I'm sure they do to you as well. Kind of a high-winged car. Guys going to be trying a couple different options here tonight, but we're going to definitely see an excellent run here. But let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid here for the heat race. The heat race, of course, will be the placement that they take on this series, and then they're going to invert the field. So Jackson Van Pelt, that is, starting in first. Jacob Simpson will be second. Justin Ritchie and Dakota Floyd for row number 2. Tucker Clark will be 5th. Mark Sikosi sits 6th. Kyle Stewart will be our 7th place driver next to Sean Langdon. Looks like Mark Keeler and Justin Cope will be rounding out our top 10. Just on the outside will be Ralph Hutchinson and Mark Cook. They're looking to have a good run here so far. Devin Nelson and Graham Huffman will be 13th and 14th. Steven Stefanski will be 15th next to James Keller, who sits in the number 7. He'll be in the 16th spot. And Don Freese will be in the last one. He's going to be looking to have a great run here so far. I do have to admit, as tough as this track is, it definitely SRX is going to tumble it up just a little more here, and I'm definitely expecting to see a lot of guys trying a couple of different things out here on the track. All right, let's go ahead and get this one underway. Only a few laps under for this run. 10 laps. 10 laps as they were locked and loaded, squared away and ready to go as they are flying around the track. No problem here so far as they've been kind of slicing it up already. No can do here for a couple of the drivers who are here in the front. Right now, Simpson, Van Pelt, and Ritchie. Ritchie, unfortunately, the 55 machine you see down on the bottom. On the outside sits Dakota Floyd, so they are really working it here, trying to make it happen the best that they can. But as these drivers get kind of used to the vehicle here, some of these guys are going to be really working it really hard here to see if they can continue to have a wonderful race. Whether it's going to hold out or not, that is yet to be seen. So far, Jacob Simpson, Jackson Van Pelt, and Dakota Floyd. Right now, this is looking here, and it's making it happen. Right now, this is excellent so far. Right now, Simpson in the front, Van Pelt in second, and Dakota Floyd is third for the moment. As Justin Ritchie still presses on here, trying to see if he can fight on by. If I'm not mistaken, that's Dakota Floyd out there really working in the Buc-ee's machine, as he has yet to move a spot. Right now, biggest mover here of the race sits is Graham Huffman, who now moves up to 11th, and Don Freese, who now is up 3 positions to the 14th spot. Devin Nelson and Steven Stefanski, looks like they did not take the wheel here. Looks like there may be some trouble, and I know Stella will be joining us here in just a moment, but I believe we have our first caution now as drivers are already hammered up here. Right now, I think even Dakota Floyd, Mark Sikosi is involved, Tucker Clark, and even James Miller. Right now, that is kind of a huge tussle-up we see here. And Stella, that was already, as you joined a little late, under our first caution here during the heat.
I came in just in time to see that kerfuffle.
Yeah. Well, we'll kind of take a look at it here and see what happened. I don't know if Tucker Clark may be totaled out here. I know Dakota Floyd was a big name out there that got hammered. Let's take a look. Let's see if something happens. I think the 24 may have given a bad push. Oh, there it is. Hooks him.
Oh. Uh-oh. Little secondary there.
Yeah, a couple of guys are pretty happy about these cars. They like the way they feel. They like how they float around out there. But I would have to admit, after a wreck like this, maybe not so much. Let's take a look over top. Here's the 24 again, getting caught up into the 55. I believe the 55 only has numbers on the roof, so make sure you keep an eye on that there, Stella, as that is the way that the cars are out here. A couple of them do have some sponsors on the side. Right now, that should be the 55. Justin Ritchie immediately taken straight down the pit, as well as Tucker Clark. So Clark already, he's dealing with some damage as well. Jay already joining us out there in the chat. This is going to kind of mix it up here just a little bit as these guys definitely give it a try out here. I've got to admit, we'll see how the SRX Series hangs in here for the NSRs. NSR guys here, I know they've been kind of pushing along, trying to kind of wiggle just a little bit here to figure out if there's going to be some solid times out here on the track, or if it's going to remain competitive. I would say a lot of it will be here, Stella. That these guys are going to be kind of pushing back and forth out there on the track, and obviously we're noticing drafting might not be a good idea here. They may just have to figure out how to come up with the draft to make a pass. There will be no bumping.
Yeah, I was looking at the shape of these cars, and they just don't quite seem to be, a normal draft push type of shaped vehicle. I mean, I know we have issues with, Fords are worse than Chevys or something like that in pushing, but that's nothing, nothing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, as we've seen right now, we're taking a look at Jacob Simpson. This is the front end of his car. Let's take a look at the back end of Ralph Hutchinson here. And you see how much more square it is. Now, you would think you would be able to bump with those roll bars, but he did give him a push in the corner. So I don't know if that's going to kind of do him in. Dakota Floyd, Sikosi, Miller, Ritchie, and Clark are still hanging out in the pit. So that's 5 drivers down already to start this one.
Yeah, it's rough on the first 8 laps.
Yeah. So you can take a look. The interior is a little bit different in these.
Oh. There's not much to the interior in these.
No.
And we don't have speedometers and things. We have just rev.
Yeah, just an RPM gauge.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have the coolant temp, battery down at the bottom, everything else as normal. Now, but a little bit different here. Obviously, you're going to see if they can go around one more time here. I figured they would have kind of wanted to go and kind of smash it here, seeing this only being a heat. This being, of course, the first heat. Stella, fortunately, there's only one. After that, we invert the field and send it 40 laps onto the main. Now, let's take a little look at what I've been talking about here. One heat race, that's 10 laps. That's what we're watching now, 40-lap main with the field inverted. So everybody here who's in the front will be fighting to the back. Points will be counted during the during the heat here. Last thing you want is some guy sandbagging it here. To have a shot toward the front right off the bat, 100% fuel limit, of course, then no fast repairs, and I believe our guy in race control may or may not be Corey Boudinot, but we'll keep an eye out there and see if that driver or RC does show up. 77 degrees out there on the track, 73 in the air, looking like it may have a possibility of going pretty well here. We'll keep an eye on it, but Stella, that is the race here for tonight. Right now, in the middle of our heat with 6 to go, and you kind of may question, hey, we've gone around a few times here. How are we still at 6 to go? Stella, go ahead.
Well, in this league, they do not count the laps while they're under caution.
Caution laps not counting here, so drivers are going to be having to hold fast. I know it may show them shuffle up normally. Out there in the tower is what you're seeing here. Right now, Sikosi, I think Sikosi's actually the first one out of pit. He's actually able to recover here.
All right.
Almost 2 minutes in the box. Yeah, gets caught back up to the field, so Sikosi able to come back alive. Everybody else has been down there over 3 minutes and 45 seconds, so Sikosi sits in 11th. He'll be sitting if he can fight his way at least up for a top 5. But we are right now with 6 to go, 5 at the line. Green flag is out, and away we go yet again. 41 of Kyle Stewart goes in, lets go of the wheel. Decides to use Jackson Van Pelt in the 88, looks like amped up car. To his advantage to go ahead and keep him straight here. We'll see if Kyle Stewart's going to end up being a little bit of our problem out here, kind of mashing guys up. Jade Hudgens is saying, let's go, Devin.
Okay. Yeah, Devin Hudgens.
Yeah.
Where is Devin?
And now I think she is maybe tangled up a little bit here, Miss Jade. Miss Jade, I believe Devin may be tied up over there with the Racing Revolution League. We're here with NSR. So Racing Revolution League has decided to move on to a different broadcasting company. We have picked up the NSR and we are running with it. Appreciate you joining us here, though.
Enjoy.
Yep. We're making it happen, though. Right now, I believe that is already Mark Keeler, I believe. I think that is Mark Keeler. He's actually rounding out our top 6. It was popping out on the side there just a little bit. Stella, do you think it'll be straight line racing like this, or is it gonna be a little more racy? You know, these tracks definitely wide open. I know some of these guys kind of push for a more of a short track, but we head to a super speedway first and almost splitting it 3 wide here. Let's see if the pushing can help with the 15. Right now, 69 machinist Sean Langdon slides down toward the bottom. He's trying to see if he can create his own third line at the bottom with a pack of 3, and already on the outside is Van Pelt, Hutchins, and Keeler.
Wow, yeah, that Stewart is having a heck of a time staying on the back of that Simpson car. But yeah, this is very unusual to run Daytona with these cars. It's not a usual track for the in real life cars. They stick to the short tracks and the road courses. So I think this is just an amusing experiment.
All right. Well, they'll definitely make it happen. I know a couple of guys have been trying it, and Ray Evernham actually holding on to this series in real life, but I believe they have gone by the wayside, if I'm not mistaken here, Stella.
Yeah, January they said due to the market, they will not be having a 2024 season.
Oh boy.
There went wee Stewart. Oh, man.
Alrighty, Jay, rejoin us here. This looks a lot like what we saw last time. No caution.
Oh, we're just gonna slow down in style. There's our caution. Yeah, Jay, as far as it reminding you of IROC, it is exactly like IROC. The only difference would be the shape of the cars is consistent. With it being designed from the ground up, it's not IROC. One time they would be driving Porsches. The next time they would be driving the Camaros or something like that. This one, they drive the same car each time. And like he was saying, Hall of Famer Ray Evernham, that crew chief, built the shells of these cars. And that's the ironic part is they built it for the short tracks, but everything else inside is absolutely the same. Look at tandem spins there. We can get into a little bit more detail as to what's inside these cars later on.
Yep. Well, we're just checking to see what happened to the caution. It either threw out because Graham Huffman ended up doing that, or Sean Langdon when he looped it around right here when we were kind of having an eyeball on him. All right, Stella. A couple different angles there of kind of the wreck that we saw, kind of coming to us.
We've got about half the field out on the track and half the field down pits right now, don't we?
Yeah, already. If you guys are looking to beef up the field and come give it a shot, Jay, you might be ready for this one. Come out here and give this one a try. I know these guys will be trying not just the super speedways, but heading to some short tracks.
I remember, Red, I think he's got this car in his card.
Oh, he does? Okay. All right.
A little bird told me.
Okay. I'm definitely checking out there to see on the schedule. Not just tonight, we'll be at Daytona. Then we move, I believe, to Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. Yeah, then we're at Knoxville after that. Then after that, Five Flags, then Lanier. So a lot of short tracks here. They're going to be kind of toying around with it and seeing how it does out here at the track. Should be pretty exciting. Jacob Simpson still in the front, though, as he leads this pack. Ralph Hutchins moving up 9 to second. Keeler up 6 to third.
What we will have to ask NSR before next week will be at Kearns Raceway whether they will be taking these to the dirt or to the asphalt, because they have both options there.
Well, seeing that
And these
Lanier is
cars are
also on
made.
there, there's a good chance it's going to be dirt.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, these
South
cars are
Boston
made to do
Speedway
both.
is asphalt, and then we held Eldora after that, and that's dirt.
Ah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Hickory. I'm not sure on that one. I think that one's asphalt. Stafford Speedway, I think that's dirt. Slinger's asphalt. Lucas Oil dirt, and then back to the Nashville Fairgrounds. Well, we've seen the
Good.
Nashville Fairgrounds over there at Graceland, and
Yeah.
it was even bumpy for the late models there. So, all right, some of these guys getting back onto the track: Kyle Stewart, Dawson Freese, 9th, Sean Langton, Mark Sikosi, he's getting back out there. I think Graham Huffman has taken it back to the garage already. Oh,
Huffman, Stefanski, and Nelson all seem to be out for the evening.
yeah, which is kind of odd because this is only the heat. We move on to the main.
Well, my question is, if they are out, can they not return to the main?
I would assume.
But if they do, are they going to be in first, second, and third? Since I have always not understood the flipping of the track.
You put the fastest guys in the
inversion.
back and make them fight through the field.
I understand, but what makes the fastest guy not be the slowest in the heat? Where is the incentive?
You score points in the heat.
Ah, there's an incentive. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. We've got 29 of Simpson, 15 of Hutchison. That is 8 of Keeler. That is kind of a white-on-white set of numbers.
I believe so, yes.
You're killing me, dude. Contrast. It's all about the contrast.
Well, new car, new paint.
I got you. I'm just putting him on notice. I'm going to be calling you that white car there for a while.
All right.
And Pit Car is off the track.
Oh, yeah? All right, then. Let's get Keeler back underway. Right now, Simpson's been almost uncontested here this entire race. Guys have been already mashing each other up here. Stella, I am already showing checkered flag. And I believe it is due to time.
Oh.
We are out of time here.
So, do they at least have to cross the start and finish line?
We'll keep an eye if that is the situation.
Well, because it doesn't look like anybody's passing, so I guess it would be a static.
Well, they're going to go ahead and let them finish the lap. So last lap pass for Keeler. He's going to try outside line.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Keeler got it.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. But the tower updated. So. Alrighty.
Dude.
We have a minute of warm-up. The inversion happens, and we will come out here with a new lineup.
Yeah, when we
That's
had to
not bad, Jay.
tracks like Lanier, South Boston, Hickory, those are going to be over 100 laps apiece.
Okay. I did notice that this evening, I think, was 40 laps or an hour. Whichever came first for our heat.
Okay. You want to talk about our friends at Admin Box?
Sure you can.
I love it. All right, guys, don't forget to check out Admin Box. You can use NSR-BOXX. Knock 10% off your Admin Box. This is perfect for if you're an admin of a league or even if you're race control. You can come out here and try it out. Definitely give them a spin. Definitely an awesome button box to have next to you. That way you can have all the admin privileges right there at the tips of your fingers rather than using that keyboard, which is extremely difficult to do, especially when you're waving a black flag for somebody while you're the one racing as well. Admin box there to help. Definitely keep that the simplest that it can be. I know they have added a few buttons as well to help with pit strategy for those admins out there that are having to do both at the same time. So check them out. Remember, it's NSR-BOXX. Knocks another 10% off. Alrighty, Stella, that's going to do it for Admin Box, one of our sponsors here. So that means we get ready to grid back up. Do what?
Do we have Squeegee Pro here?
No, I believe so.
Oh, I'll tell them about Squeegee Pro.
Oh, yeah, tell me about Squeegee Pro.
Okay, because they are a window cleaning, gutter cleaning, pressure washing, holiday light installation service. They do it all. Their locations are in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Shasta Lake, California, and Long Beach, California. So check out Squeegee Pro.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Don't forget the affordable search engine, guys, and marketing.
Optimization.
Ooh.
Yes. What, that I knew what CEO was?
Yes.
SEO? Jeez.
Love it.
I know what CEO is too, but
Uh-huh.
yep. I know somebody who does that.
Awesome. All right, let's check and see. Yep, he's got the squeegee guys on there. Sikosi.
Excellent.
Not bad paint. I like how he's got the name on the front. Definitely no doubt who that is.
Yeah. Front, side, and back.
All right, Stella, what do you say we get to our qualifying here and see our race grid? All right, now I'm sure we're getting ready. Yes, let's do it. All right, already out front, Stefanski. I believe he is down and out. So is Graham Huffman, Devin Nelson, and that should do it. 15th, 16th, and 17th is where they're going to sit. So the front row, in off. Justin Ritchie, Dakota Floyd, 1 and 2. That means showing them 3 and 4. That means James Miller and Tucker Clark. Huffman will be down and out, so Sikosi will have a new running mate here. Sean Langdon will start 9th. Dawson Freese will be 10th. Kyle Stewart 11th. And Jackson Van Pelt. Remember our fastest guys. Some of them kind of knocked around here. That means Justin Cope, Mark Cook, Mark Heeler, Ralph Hutchinson, and Jacob Simpson will be rounding out our field. The guys we were talking earlier about out of the race, yep, they're going to rejoin here and be back at it. Interesting enough to see how Dakota Floyd and Justin Ritchie are going to do it here right off the bat. Green flag about to fly here in just a moment. Yeah, good jump. Already looks like an excellent start out there. So far, so good. Guys kind of pushing around. I definitely would not want to be in this pile. Let's take a ride with somebody about mid-pack here. Right now, we're in Sean Langton's car.
They are tucked up pretty close to each other.
Yeah. Now, the other thing to note as well, this is Dakota back from the 2008 days. So everything is a lot lot rougher out there trying to get through the run. Seeing how
Daytona.
how they're going to hold. Right now, rotating on back is Justin Cope. Cope now falls back to the dead last position here. He'll be following, kind of chasing everybody here.
For some reason, I heard you say this was Dakota from 2008. And I was like, how is he doing that? But okay, this is Daytona. And yes, 2008, it was still a mess.
Yeah, super bouncy here as we see a couple of guys as they get around. Bounce, bounce, bounce all the way around the turn. There's a couple more. There's a big one there. So really kind of interesting to see how they're going to hold on to this. As we're sitting still with Justin Cope, chasing along Jacob Simpson. Hopefully these guys can keep it clean for this race. Hopefully at least pretty close to the end. It doesn't pile up about 12 drivers here. So a couple of guys, you can see up front, more of that green car area is where we see a lot of the trouble being really kind of brewing up here. And I believe that should be Kyle Stewart in the 41.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like
Sorry.
Simpson and Cope may have had a little blink out there.
Ah, that is unfortunate, but they are back.
Yeah. Still 2x2 here in the first 4 rows, as it looks like the 07 of Jackson Van Pelt kind of checks out. He rolls back. Fastest on the track, though, is Van Pelt with a 46.83 out there on the track. Difficult to see, but still, you see the drivers, they're moving around. It's kind of looking pretty solid. You wouldn't believe they're almost nudging the edge of 200 miles an hour out here.
Really?
Yeah, well, right now.
Yeah, it's always in perspective, it seems. If everybody's running at 200 miles an hour, it doesn't look like they're going so fast. You put somebody at 55 out there and throw a 200-mile-an-hour car past them, you'll see some speed.
Yeah, well, you see Van Pelt nudging that 196 before he enters turn 1.
Wow.
So, yeah, super fast here. Right now, he's definitely on the roll. Right now, these guys are moving pretty, actually cooking really good right now. This is Mark Cook, 198. 199, 200, all right. Quick little slap off that 200 mark as he gets ready to get up in front to a 3 wide. Kyle Stewart feels a lot more confident than these other guys. Right now, James Miller sits on the bottom. Stewart sits in the center, and Dakota Floyd sits on the outside in the number 24 Bucky's machine. So making a little room for himself was Kyle Stewart, who gets up front and secures that 3rd spot. Excellent move here by Stewart as he continues his roll here up to the front. This has been excellent here so far. He had to split lanes, though, to make it happen, but that opens it wide open here for Dakota Floyd on the bottom. He now slides up into 2nd, so the 24 Bucky's machine continuing to roll on through. So far, he's realized he can go anywhere, and it's definitely potty time here for Dakota Floyd already as he's chasing behind the 55 of Justin Ritchie, who remains leading this race.
Yeah, the Floyd made a beautiful move there. I was watching Stewart, fly past him after the 3 wide, but boy, he just cut down and said, "Okay, fine, you can have that spot. I'm taking 2nd."
All righty. So far, so good here. Dakota Floyd making it known he's not an otter, he's a beaver here. Now he's up to 2nd. Once again, Sean Langton is only up 6 in the 69 machine. You can notice him in the all-pink car. He's riding on the outside lane, leading the charge, with Kyle Stewart in tow, giving a good push here from behind. Now, hopefully they don't push too hard throughout the turns, as it's obviously extremely hard to hold, especially with the bouncing. But Stella, we are already seeing a couple of guys who are noticing this is a good idea, but time to start moving. But we've already got some separation here between 2 different packs as we get to our first driver in the 2nd pack. Should be, I believe that is Dawson Freese, who's right now out there in the 049 in 9th.
Yeah, it's interesting, the 2 different tactics. We've got double wide up front, and we have almost a single line of them in the back.
Yep, right now they got to start working together here, or they're going to lose the pile. Freese looking about 3/4 of a second off before he can reach up there to Tucker Clark. Tucker Clark in the 81, that's who we're looking at as we look back on the rest here of the field. They're seeming to chase, so still 2x2. They split up and now try to run each other up to the front here. Riding shotgun with Tucker Clark. Looking forward as Sean Langton. Langton really nails a fast time out there. He was going to be the fastest guy on the track, but Kyle Stewart matches his time of a 46.18 last lap. Right now, this has been excellent so far here with these guys here in the front and still moving out there on the track. I've got to see, 8 laps underway, looking pretty solid after a dismal Phoenix we were watching the other day. I hate to see this kind of turn around and do anything different.
Yeah, well, I was looking. Simpson also is only moved up 2 places in our 8 laps here. Do you think he is being patient, or do you think he's kind of stuck in the second group club?
Yeah, he may be stuck in the second group, but we are about to have our first caution here.
Yeah, we are.
And it is not stopping.
Well, as long as they avoid. that second group now is going to be in catbird seat.
Now, Sean Langton came off the ground
Oh, yeah.
and landed, and we are still mobile.
Well, looks like Ray built a good car.
How did he?
I don't know. I do not. I did
Let's
not
try to
happen
take
to
a look
notice.
Back here at the yellow flag.
This is a no fast repair. Go, dear. Oh, and then 7 hits him. And then you go. I love it. I love it. Looked like a Jackie Chan move.
All right, we'll double check back here on Dakota Floyd and Justin Ritchie.
Uh-oh. Producer's getting some flack out there on the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see a single dent or ding. Am I missing something?
On who?
Anybody?
Well, I would assume I would see something on the 69 machine here.
Yeah. He's still shiny.
Everybody else was just pretty much a spin out. 7 no damage after he rear-ended the back end of the 24.
Yeah, the Bucky's machine. Okay. Just curious whether we toggled the no damage flick switch.
Jay is recommending that it is buffed out.
Oh. Shame on me. Okay. I should have known. Oh, look, if it fits, it sits. He's got cats in boxes.
Oh.
Yep. Very interesting.
Stella, Daytona in 2008 was an extremely rough track. Not as, probably not as rough as some of the dirt racing that this track originally started as. Was it the roughness of the track? Was it the installation of lights that caused these guys to finally repave it and resurface the entire racetrack for these guys to race what we normally see?
Well, they in 2010 they decided that the whole kit and caboodle needed to be done. They brought in like 50,000 tons of asphalt, and they actually did the racing surface. They did the aprons. They did the skid pads and pit road because just wear and tear had taken it out. Water was definitely an issue, and theoretically they're rolling ever since.
Okay. I was just wondering what the make or break was. You know, we look back at Rockingham now that has been recently paved. We see Atlanta that has been recently paved. You know, and sometimes I didn't know if it's ever like a catastrophic failure. You know, Martinsville, chunks of concrete were coming up, taking out Jeff Gordon's car.
True.
You know,
True.
so, you know, Charlotte, they didn't repave, but they have sinkholes in the middle of the field.
Well, this one got washed out at one point, but that was even after the paving. That was due to a hurricane.
Yeah.
But that did not spur on an entire pavement. And I mean, we were looking at I think Phoenix yesterday, and it was 40 years between pavings. I mean, that's a long time.
That's because everybody visits Daytona. I don't think anybody likes Phoenix.
Oh. Okay.
And that's not our opinion. It's just racers' opinion. No one likes that. So.
Yeah. So what do we have up here? Pace time? Pace. Uh, Lap speed?
Actually, the best times out here on the track.
Ah, all right. Thank you. Yeah, that is going to take a bit of getting used to having the. Oops. I am confused. Did he get lost?
ShopHaleyDeegan.com. I had to pop back. I was like, did I see that right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Should I know that person?
Yes.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh. Oh. Okay. I got you. That's the one you fuss about all the time.
There you go.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah. Doesn't require you to win, but you can still move up. If you fail, fail up. Outside line, failing backwards actually, as there's already guys rear-ending each other. Definitely stacking up. So once again, we're getting ready to form a second group again. As the outside line, somebody had a huge miscue there on the restart. I don't know if it was a tire slide or what, but they got going and then it just began the accordion. And everybody's now marching back. All right, let's keep an eye here as Mark Sikosi now sits ninth.
Simpson's up to 6th, so like I said, that caution was a great thing for him.
Yeah. Looking to see, I think that's the 55 of Justin Ritchie. Interesting to see him popping to the outside instead of working in line to try to help these guys get through. He'd rather battle out there with Justin Cope, who is right below him. Cope did come down into pit, though. Looks like an 11-second pit stop time. I don't know if a couple of tires and an adjustment or fuel and go out there. I would definitely expect to probably see fuel out of Justin Cope here. But with 100% fuel, it shouldn't be an issue, honestly.
Would not think. Now, as far as adjustments that these guys can make, in real life, they can make only tire pressure and a little suspension. And they can only do that at the halfway point of the race. What are these guys allowed to do?
Well, per iRacing, no tire adjustment can be made without changing tires.
Okay.
Assuming no fuel top off here. Maybe around a wedge, but I would assume, I believe this is already a fixed setup.
Okay.
So there really is no adjustments that can be made out here.
Roger that. That works. Makes it even more, driver against driver, which was the whole plan of this endeavor.
Well, almost 12 laps complete here. Sikosi gets up to 8th now. Sean Langton, we saw him kind of veer off the track, and now he is down and out here for the night. The leader for most of this race of Justin Ritchie now resides in the 13th position. But a driver who was up front already trying to slice his way back up there is Dakota Floyd. He's probably the highest. We'll take that back. Mark Keeler, 08. He was up there toward the front there for a while, and now he's up to 10th. So a lot of work still left to do by our leaders, who are normally up front, are now all the way here in the back. So they may be waiting for some of these other guys to make a quick little fumble here. Already, the rest of the field is starting to take note at how Ralph Hutchinson and Jacob Simpson are working here. Honestly, the two of these guys are working their fastest times out there on the track with a 46.07. Are finally starting to turn up the dial here and picking up pace. 45.90. A couple of guys were faster than that. Jackson Van Pelt, one of them, as he now sits down in the fourth. Jackson Van Pelt was one of our faster guys out here on the track already once tonight. And he is looking to kind of find a couple buddies to work with him here to try to chop back toward the front. Right now, Kyle Stewart is going to be his choice as they lock up here on the outside line. Stella, we are not drafting in lines like normal.
No, we're not.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe there's something we don't know here.
Well, I am wondering whether we're looking at teammates who maybe have practiced this, and the ones that are kind of being individuals, they are not comfortable with pushing in these vehicles.
Well, I know a couple of things that were brought up at one point as qualifying times, or whether they would work or not work together. Some were saying that the qualifying times would never hit it during the race, or vice versa. You know, we're looking at now a lot of the times are surpassing a lot of the qualifying times that we see here. Oh boy.
Well,
Right
that's
now,
pretty normal.
Kyle Stewart holds on to it. No, he doesn't. It was. I don't think that'll bring out a caution. He was off the racing surface when he looped it here. So Kyle Stewart looks like back to the drawing board for him. That's going to leave Jackson Van Pelt all by himself.
All right. He's
the
still
last, he's the last.
considered.
Go ahead.
Yeah, still considered up with the lead pack though, since fourth place is coming in at 2 seconds behind.
Yeah, as I was just getting ready to mention time as well. Jackson Van Pelt was one of our last drivers that was still under a second here from the lead pack. Hutchinson and Jacob Simpson, I got a feeling the two of those are just going to kind of have it out toward the end of the race if a caution does not come out. Now, Stella, we hit almost a record amount of cautions out there for Simtrax Broadcasting. Not for me personally, but you know, I don't know about you, but every time I see a caution, I almost get sick to my stomach now.
Yeah, last night was just a whole different animal, we'll say, and it was kind of like a skunk animal, but yeah, that was the most cautions I have ever been involved with here at Simtrax.
Yeah. That was pretty brutal, so that was a couple. Right now you see Jay out there in the chat. He seems to be chatting it up by himself, but appreciate you, man. Definitely was like checking in, see how you're doing out there. Even regardless of your I rating, you can still get in. Yes, dude, look, I mean, I've got what?
My rating is not bad.
I started this race with 14 people active. You know, get your butt out here. There are not many SRX Series out here. I believe this is one of 2.
Really?
So get out here, try out SRX, give it a shot. I mean, who knows? Maybe there's something you can tell us about these cars that we don't know here in the booth. A lot of people have been trying to kind of push their luck here, honestly. I think they're overdriving the cars more than they are capable of doing. Now, Stella, we are here at a super speedway. Some would say it takes a lot of skill. You ask Dale Earnhardt, and he would have told you it just comes naturally. But here, you know, how much skill? I mean, does it really take to run a super speedway? We got to line up, we got to draft, we got to make sure we hit our pit stall without sliding through and get back out there and back in line again.
Yeah, I kind of thought this was a nice, I won't say easy, but a nice break-in for getting used to these cars. Having the space, that darn it!
Dude, what happened to Cope?
Oh man.
Cope is wingless.
Yep. I was gonna say having the space to learn how the car handles.
Oh, broken toe link. He's
Ooh,
bent.
Yeah.
Stella, I was pretty excited there that we had a loss of a wing, and I wanted to know if that would help gain speed. Lack of downforce. That should have been exciting. I was really excited to see how that was going to go.
Jay enjoyed last night. Oh. But Yeah. He also said that that unusual exit for Langdon was he's just headed out to get pizza. He'll be back.
Yeah. Yeah. How to get pizza. I guess we can take a look at this yellow here that kind of.
I think we should.
How did Cope just snap off to the side? I mean, I don't understand. I mean, everything's okay. He's racing. Ah, the sweet smell of netcode.
Oh.
You see how nobody gets through this unscathed?
Okay, but then tell me how we are down in the pits fixing things, or are we right back out?
Justin Rich slinging from his dead last at 6th. So Kyle Stewart actually visit pit road. He's working his way back out. Dakota Floyd, Mark Sikosi, Justin Cope. Looks like Mark Keeler and James Miller are drivers down pit road. I have a feeling Mr. Mark Cook in the 95 may have checked out here.
Taking it to the garage for the evening.
Well, we're checking to see Justin Cope as well. I think Justin Cope showing he may have taken it back to the garage.
Do you think there is a possibility that they do not have a damage model on these and they actually have damage? We just can't see it? And that they have to sit down there for a certain number of minutes to get it repaired?
Are we talking like hoods and bumpers flying off, wheels flying off?
Correct.
Yeah, there may be just so much repair. There's just no, there's no coming back from it.
Oh, well, I was just looking at we saw the one that was airborne, and yet he showed no outward damage. I wonder if he did have damage. It just was not something that we could, that they have a damage model for, crinkling, and obviously they have paint scrapes. We saw that on Mark's car there, but maybe beyond that, they don't have dents yet.
Now, they may not have made it more elaborate or detailed as the damage goes. I'm just kind of bummed out at how many people have now had to take it back to the garage.
Yeah, that's that can be detrimental, especially for a first race of a series.
Yeah. Well, right now, I'd like to see if where is he? Oh, did he go back in? No, he's back out there. James Miller. Right now, sitting 13th, about a lap down here. If he stays out, he'll have a top 10 finishing tonight.
Yeah, yes, he will. Oh, I like your bright sides.
Yeah, well, at least there's a positive on this one.
Well, so did everybody the night we only had 8 Cup players.
Yep. Alrighty. I know. Dylan Walterman, Eric Schaefer. I figured a couple of guys have been out here.
Agreed.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see Jay out here. Get him out of the chat and on the track. See if he can go out there and pop the clutch a couple times.
You are so kind.
Yeah, I knew every time I ever raced, it's like, all right, new car. Somebody's got to take you out. You can't enjoy the ride too long the first time.
underway.
All right, Stella, call it here. I'm looking at the 81. Tucker Clark already in a little bit of trouble. Getting pushed around by Stewart here in the 41.
I do it, but Hutchison and Simpson are still doing fine up front. They seem to have themselves coordinated once again. Van Pelt down, on the inside, and Hutchison leaves him and takes the inner line. Look out for number 41, Stewart. He has had a rough evening, but is still up here in the top 6.
Yeah, Stewart multiple times tonight has been kind of gotten knocked out of the top 5. He does return as we speak. Already we have separated once again to another pack. Floyd, Sikosi, and Priest already about 3 seconds off pace here. I don't think they got out of pit in time or were able to catch back up to the front. Right now we're waiting to see if Miller is able to continue his charge here. Yes, Miller up to 10th. So 2 laps down. He's still continuing his roll. Right now back into pit road does go Dawson Freese in the 049 machine. He's getting a couple more laps before I think he's going to end up being pretty upset how his night went here.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
Just for your son, could you pronounce that 49 car a little different?
Absolutely not.
Okay, fine.
I know he wants to receive it. I refuse to do it. All right.
Yes, we just had a serious munch into the wall
I think
back
it was
there.
Jackson Van Pelt that was kind of turned and kind of clipped the wall. But
Exactly.
looks like no harm, no foul here.
Yep.
I mean, so, Stella, kind of the way I'm looking at this is these cars are kind of built like tanks. I think they can handle a little bit of a punishing out there. So when you see guys that are really destroyed or beat up, there's probably a reason why.
My heavens. Yeah, he's a little crinkled up there on the right-hand side, but he's still cooking along.
Yep. As you always say, no worse for the wear. All right, in front, Hutchinson, Simpson, Clark trying to reach out and grab a little more of that draft from in the front. Could use a little more Justin Ritchie trying to hammer the back end of his car here to help give him one more shove up to the front, but it looks like they may have caught it as they are within 0.3 of a second. Tucker Clark really working on it here. Justin Ritchie sits 4th, and you see the lime green car way out there. That's going to be Kyle Stewart as he rounds out our top 5.
But even further way out there would be the 24 Floyd and the 8 of Mark Sikosi. They are both in their own little world in 6th and 7th.
Yep. Well, we'll definitely see. That is the Buc-ee's machine. That is the squeegee machine. And it seems Jackson Van Pelt is back in pit. So still some even more trouble out there. Dawson Freese has worked his way back out as he remains in 9th. Miller still trying to run him down. He's got to get around about one more lap. I don't know if Freese had to fix a couple of pieces of damage there. He was only in the pit box for about 32 seconds.
That's rough to go in.
No, under caution. Our leader is around.
Backwards. That's a killer. Alrighty. What do we have?
17 to go.
29. Yeah, I was working it the other way.
Timeline wise.
Okay. Good deal. Should be fine.
Yep. Should be a-okay. 17 laps left to go. Looks like Ralph Hutchinson gets the worst of this caution. Let's see what turns him backwards. Man, just how rough that turn is.
Ooh. Boy, it looks like number 3 and 4 there saw it coming because they were already down below the line as a team when this happened.
Yeah.
Oof. at that. Smooth.
Yep. You gotta do wreck, and then stay out of the way.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so not only the field is backwards here tonight, but it looks like Ralph Hutchinson was our last driver who was backwards out there on the track. He's maybe, uh-oh. Hoping he's alright. It looked like he's limping a little bit here.
That's not good. Maybe
There
for
he
Simpson
goes.
it's good, but that's not good.
Nah.
Jay says he'll tank driving tanks. He likes tanks.
Especially when you can shoot clay pigeons.
Oh. Those ones. You ever seen them? I think it's pumpkins. They launch pumpkins and then they shoot a tank missile at it. I mean, you gotta lead that thing. It's impressive.
Alright, let's looking to see if Hutchinson has to stay in pit any extended time. Dakota Floyd, Mark Sikosi, Hutchinson, Simpson, Van Pelt. But Van Pelt's been down here almost 4 minutes. Keeler's been down there almost 12. Stella, we're going to run out of drivers here pretty soon.
I know.
Richie, Clark, Stewart, Freese. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Whoop. Alright, Freese had a little bit of a blink out there.
Okay. So did we lose anybody taking it back to the garage with this caution?
Not at the moment.
All right.
Not at the moment. The last driver to take it back was Justin Cope, which was our 11th place driver. James Miller has slid up to 10th. He is not going to get a lap back.
Why is that?
Believe. No, not Kyle Stewart. I think it was Freese. It was down a lap.
Was down 1 lap.
Yep.
Gotcha. So he took it. Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough.
All right. We can go over our out list. Sean Langton is sitting 14th. He checked out on lap 8. Mark Keeler, Mark Cook, and Justin Cope all checked out on lap 18. And that's kind of actually kind of wraps it up there, Stella.
Well, and then you have Huffman, Stefanski, and Nelson that did not start, correct?
Yes.
In the main. So that rounds it out. So we basically have 10 drivers out here at this time. And hey, all right, nobody's sitting in the pits.
Yeah, pace car lights are off.
We got
made it
people
over
racing.
halfway point of our laps.
Racing over the back end to catch up. Did you say
Yeah.
we have or have not made it halfway?
We have.
Yes. Okay. You had my thought I had my math off there.
No. No,
Only
40
40
laps
laps.
is all we're running here tonight, not counting any caution laps.
Right.
Whew. Pace car lights, the headlights are on. So that must mean the sun is dropping down. We may be racing under the lights if we end up under another caution. At the best time that these guys are doing out here, Stella, these guys are running almost 45 seconds. If not just under 46. For their best lap times out here. I mean, for what these cars are, that's pretty comparable to the NASCAR, to the Cup cars.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, right now, if you're hanging out with the NSR series, don't forget to check them out on Saturdays, as they are part of an Xfinity series. As an excellent race, definitely a lot of guys bunch up for that one. That'll be on Saturday. That should be an excellent race going up as well. I'm hoping as this race kind of plays out the way they hope here, there may be a gamble or kind of a bet placed that if any more of the Xfinity drivers may come over and consider trying this. I know some leagues are looking a little bit like Kyle Stewart right now, looking a little backwards, but and could use some semblance. They may find their home here with the NSR Xfinity Series on Saturdays. Kyle Stewart, he's around. That will not be his first time here tonight.
No. Oh, got a little help.
Yeah, and as bumpy as this track is, you've got to give each other room. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's not smooth. The car bounces around. The amount of feedback you have between the steering wheel and the track, and it's not worth trying to door draft here if you are unsure or you haven't done this track before.
Jay wants to know if the pace car is going to end up needing an oil change this evening.
If he does, I know who to send it to.
Okay.
Jay Slings Oil.
Oh.
Patrick Sills.
Okay. Uh-huh. So, there's the sneaky connection.
There it is. Alrighty. Fourth caution.
Alright. And I'm going to say, no mas. That is enough cautions for tonight.
Yes. Which, oddly enough, I would like to poke here, Stella, that
No.
Ralph Hutchinson is back in the lead.
Really? In
Yeah.
2 laps?
Yeah, Ralph Hutchinson was able to get back to the front here.
That's,
Good amount of people came in on lap 24. Jacob Simpson, he may be thinking about another round.
oops, we got several of them going in. Now, what on the earth do you think they're doing? I mean, if it's not fuel, and it's not tires, is it all just, fix me up?
Adjustments. Yeah, I'm
But on a fixed setup, what adjustments can they do? I mean, isn't this kind of more like an R&R car?
yes.
Yeah, okay, so they have very limited options there. Yeah, see, I don't see anybody bouncing up for tires. So they're just fixing dings and dents and door panels at this point. Every chance they get. Okay. Yeah, something tells me there's a lot more damage happening on these than we're able to see.
Yeah, I was looking to see if there's anything different, something I don't notice or...
No, it's a new car for them. Give them time. They're, not for the league, for iRacing. So I think they just...
Stella, we also were thinking about that during Coast to Coast when the guys came off the dirt and decided to race on the asphalt. I mean...
Yeah.
We're not changing racing surfaces here.
No, because that's already been detailed out as much as it can. But this particular car, when did they put this online? Into production for iRacing running.
Oh, for SRX?
Yes,
Your guess would be as good as mine.
I think it's pretty new. So.
Huh. I thought these were out before the Gen 4 accidental release.
Let's see.
That'll get you going.
I know.
Research
I
and report.
iRacing. Let's see here. September of 23. Entered a long-term partnership to have the SRX car and the SRX Series in iRacing. Already working on a trip to scan the SRX car and gather data for an expected 2024 release. This thing has just come out.
Huh. Well, that
Oh.
figures.
Yeah.
Comes out as they quit the series.
Yeah, that's kind of rough. Because no, I think we've made note that most of these series, if they can see them run on TV, then for real life racing, they are more likely to want to run them on on iRacing.
Okay. The discussion we had, I see what you're saying.
Yes. So, now this is may fall by the wayside. I mean, you don't see iRock out here.
No.
So, but, okay.
Yeah, right now I'm sure Jay knows who is pretty decent at IROC, especially out there racing around some of those racetracks. I believe it was the Intimidator himself. Was very, very good at the IROC series.
I imagine. Yeah. I think Jeff Gordon actually was in at least one of them.
Yep. Alrighty, Ralph Hutchinson getting back off to the lead now. Out in front, Tucker Clark and Justin Ritchie sitting second and third. Mark Sikosi fourth. Right now, this might be a good time. Sikosi wants to hang out here in the front group. Maybe not to keep falling off the table here and allowing these guys to battle without him. Separation. Kyle Stewart all the way back to Dakota Floyd. That should be a good separation. Right now, we're 4x4 here in the front. Jacob Simpson bringing up the rear here in the 29. If he's able to hold here tonight, that's 12 positions gained for him so far. Right now, not recommended making a lane. We've seen that happen a couple of times already.
No.
Now, I wouldn't recommend that at all. Take a look as we're looking right off the left front fender here of Justin Ritchie. Sikosa's not looking too bad.
No. I've been wondering whether his car was having issues because when he was in the back, he just kept falling further and further back. But now that he's up here, he's running real tight.
Oh, it looks like Jay, he's working on being a statistician here pretty soon. He's calling for Unser.
Oh,
he said Andretti was out there pretty well.
Mark Martin is the all-time champion. He has 5 wins.
Oh, really?
Just saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Earnhardt ended up with 4.
Okay, I was gonna say I knew he was pretty good. I wasn't sure how up to date we were, especially with that kind of a number. Right now, back on lap 27, I'm showing Dawson Freese has had another wreck.
Oh.
That did not cause a caution here. I'm wondering.
Oh, hello. Oh.
Ouch.
Is that a George Jones song? Hello, walls. Okay. Ooh. You may have to give me vacation.
Yeah. Hello, walls. Goodbye, sanity. All right.
Yes.
Ralph Hutchinson and Tucker Clark. 1 and 2 still. Right now I'm waiting to see if Sikosi's able to break away or break through, to better said. quick peek underneath even the hood there. You see a little bit of the air filter. Couple
Oh,
of
no
fuel
kidding.
lines. Yep. And we'll rotate back to see how Sakosi's doing it with the sands.
All right.
And then we can watch a little bit of that 18-degree banking here.
Oh, no.
They look pretty
Okay.
straight, so 18 degrees banking here. Get lined up for turn number 1. Now we're at 31.
Good Lord. You know, I think I pass. That is wild.
Yep. That is,
I don't think you've ever shown us doing that. That was very cool.
yeah. Try to do something a little bit different here at
Oh.
Simtrack Broadcasting. Great, keep people on their toes. Speaking of on their toes, I think right now Hutchinson lost the lead here. Jacob Simpson's out in front now.
Yes.
And right now Hutchinson's pushing him like he's pretty upset that anything has happened to him. Right now Simpson in a little trouble. And Stella, remind me here if Hutchinson was spun out by Jacob Simpson from a bad push, would send Hutchinson to the back in the first place.
It's a pretty good possibility.
All right. Well, we won't say we're part of the mafia here, but I smell payback.
Nope. And I see caution. And it might be Mr. Stewart. Oh,
Uh-oh.
it might not.
Yeah,
He's 20
Jackson Van
seconds.
Pelt.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Sam Miller had a problem as well. So him down here in the middle of the infield. The backstretch, that is. Whoop.
Yep. Nope. Nope. Don't keep pushing it. Oh, diggity dog.
Well, he may have been trying to straighten him up.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Fair and young. Thank you. Thank you. If I could see him do it, I could have remembered, but I knew that deep voice. So I winged it. Bristol is called a fishbowl?
Yes.
Oh. I've heard the Great Colosseum and things like that, but I haven't heard the fishbowl.
Yeah, the last Coliseum.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sometimes the fish bowl, sometimes the mixing bowl. Not to be confused with the chili bowl.
Okay, I'll take the ice cream bowl.
Ice cream. 8 laps left to go here. Stella still led in front right now by Jacob Simpson. Ralph Hutchinson sits second. Justin Ritchie returns back to third. Tucker Clark will be fourth, and Sakosi, our 5th place driver. We are stranded out here with 5 drivers. Dakota Floyd, Kyle Stewart, Jackson Van Pelt, James Miller, and Dawson Freese right now are down pit road. If Keeler can stay alive out there in the 08, he may be able to pick up another position here.
These guys are starting to make my eyelid twitch. I don't know.
Well, I also wanted to note that
Please.
when did the lighting go in at Daytona? Right
know
now, I believe.
that the only light we have is from the pace car.
Uh-oh.
This could be interesting.
Uh,
Yes, it could. Rising. No. Used.
showing the lighting is there, but the track is pretty
It is. It is. Maybe it takes him a while to warm up, like at the baseball fields. Well,
Good Lord. Yeah, I think that's all I'm trying to figure out is how bad. I mean, when you're lighting up the crowd.
yeah. Let's see. Oh, heavens.
Yeah, I know what Jay's getting. Yep. Yeah, somebody forgot to pay the electric bill. Double wide here. I'm hoping we can kind of wrap this up here pretty quick.
98. So we're good.
Still down pit road, Van Pelt, Miller, and Freese. And to see, I believe Dakota Floyd, we're still waiting for him to get his, hurry up and get around. There he goes.
Yeah, it says today it's still the third largest single lit outdoor sports facility. That's pretty big. Yeah. Yeah, they should have lights.
All right, 9 laps left to go. This one may end on time. We have 7 minutes left. Probably 6 once we hit green flag here. So whoever's in the front has to maintain up front for as long as they absolutely can.
Please.
Well, Stella, we're still at 45 seconds a lap.
Okay. Yeah, they could do it. I mean, we were halfway at the halfway point and had 30 minutes. So I
don't think so. I think we got more laps than we do time. 8 this time by.
Okay. Okay, I thought it was 40 laps and an hour that we had to do it.
Yes, we have 6 minutes left to go in the session.
Yes.
Here we go.
Go, boys, go.
All right, 6 minutes left to go. Let's see how they can get it done in 8. All right, now if we get tangled up again or we're having some speeding, let's get it going. All righty, good Lord, how they see anything out there.
It's impressive. This is like
all right, now let's take a ride with Sikosi.
That's crazy.
Holy
This
cow.
one, I think I might take sunset glare over that.
All right, right now, Justin Ritchie getting into the front here. Number 1 spot is for him, but not so fast. Jacob Simpson gets a solid push by Hutchinson, but not through the turn. Let's see if Hutchinson returns in the favor earlier of this race. 1, 2, 3. Now Simpson, Hutchinson, and Ritchie. Starcher says 1, 2, 3. Clark is bringing up the 4th spot. Sikosi sits 5th. Floyd is 6th. Kyle Stewart almost seems off the reservation. They're about 6 seconds off pace.
It's okay.
And right now they're going to
get a top 10 finish.
Keep going here so far. Right now, Keeler, if he's able to stay out there, that should go ahead and move Keeler up to the 10th position.
I think Freese is still on the track too.
Yes, Freese is out there. He's sitting 9th. But I do not know if he may have enough laps to pass Pelt. Pelt only completed 31. Freese has completed 29 when he gets to the line. Uh-oh. Miller had a problem here. Miller's still trucking around. All right,
well,
Miller.
He's getting those laps, but he is staying out of the way?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, right now Miller does pass Freese for 9th. And Pelt now in the 8th. Keeler looking to still break into it here. Keeler's got to make up about 3 more laps, but Freese is still on the move. Rolling through. All right, 6 laps left to go, 5 at the line. We'll check our time. 3.5 minutes.
All right.
It's going to be close. Jacob Simpson, Ralph Hutchinson. Still 1 and 2. Hutchinson starting to slide across the rear bumper here. I don't know if he can't see the yellow line, but he's having trouble staying connected. Oof. Yeah, right now it's looking pretty good here so far. I think Richie might be under fire, but that outside line is not making any headway here. Snugging down to get a little door draft. Yes, sir, as they snug in right behind it. Right behind the front 3. Right now, Richie's kind of hoping these guys can wind up and get a good push around so they can continue this charge.
Yeah, at this point, the last thing they want to do is wait until the final 2 laps to make their move, because, like you say, they may not make it to the final 2 laps.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to see him push as fast and as hard as they can, but they may want to definitely try to reel it in. I give it right now to Tucker Clark, trying to see if he can make something of it. So far, still outside line. He's working it now. This is sitting here with Tucker Clark. Gets down for that door draft. I love it. Right now, he's trying to make it. Oh, so close. Richie's going to see if he can fire around again. Richie down on the bottom. Here it comes.
Here he comes.
Oh, man, Richie almost rotates up and kind of kissed there. 4 to go. 3 at the line.
Ah, that was only an Eskimo kiss.
2 minutes. Caution. Nope.
No.
Lied.
What? What?
No idea.
Okay.
No idea. I thought there was one, but it didn't. Rolling through. Ralph Hutchinson now drops down to 3rd. Richie is sitting 2nd. Oh, 55 machine. Richie trying to make the charge. No can do. Didn't happen. 81 needed to give a huge shove there, and now it looks like the nose to tail is working here for the front 2 of Ralph Hutchinson and Jacob Simpson. 2 to go. White flag next time by. They need to be flawless this lap. Right now, if they can make it around in 45 seconds, white flag will be out and they will be allowed to complete the lap. Yeah, right now they're making a push here. Interesting to see. Let's see if we can get in the chopper view to find a little more area out there. We're losing the track. Keep it going here. I think they may have needed to map a set of headlights onto it. 81 almost makes contact with the 55. Richie wants to hold on to 3rd. Yeah, he's making it happen.
Yeah, but not pretty. There we go. Wow, I don't think the spotters can see.
Alrighty.
White lap.
Yep. White flag is out. Alrighty, Stella, you were right about us being able to make it to the completion of this race. Who you calling for it?
Oh, Simpson all the way.
Yes.
He had it in the heat, and he has it now.
Yeah, Simpson in it, but right now, finally, it looks like Hutchinson's had enough. Outside line, here it comes. Right now, can Hutchinson get the help? It doesn't look like it here so far. Hutchinson may have to kind of squeeze down just a little more. 15 machine trying to hold on. No can do. He's losing some ground here. Oh, no.
What? No!
Contact spun around. Richie's going to come away with the win here. Sikosi in the 2nd. Tucker Clark is 3rd.
What? And somebody just flew over the wall.
Yeah, Hutchinson with a hard hit here.
Oh, my heavens. Okay. Definitely, I did not call that one. Oh, here's the beginning. Okay, little contact between 1 and 2. Oh, big contact.
That's at the line.
Yeesh. Through here. Ah, that's what I saw. Heavens to Betsy. See? He has a tiny scrub on the corner there. That's their tanks. Okay. If that's what you call it. It would have obliterated the car of last night.
When the cars are bright compared to the track.
Yeah. We race at this again. Can it be like a 9 a.m. race? That is strange. And it looks like this from inside the car, too. Yeah, it really does. No kidding. You might as well be wearing sunglasses at night.
All right, we've got Richie. We've got Mark Sikosi. We're looking for Tucker Clark. Hold on just a moment, guys. Let me see if we can run down our last guy and talk about
He's
this
there.
crazy race here at the end.
All right.
Alrighty, everybody. We have caught up with our third place finisher here. Tucker Clark, after even spinning out, ended up placing third backwards. Tucker, talk to me about this race, man.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun out there. Definitely interesting how the car drives. Way different than a NASCAR Cup car or anything like that I've driven on here, but pretty fun. It was a little bit tough to kind of generate runs, I feel like, but we had to pit for fuel twice. First time we pitted, didn't put enough gas in. I had to come back a second time. Still surprised I was even
Oh.
into contention, I guess, but yeah, last lap to the line, that was my fault. Like I couldn't see much of anything out there. I was just kind of thought I could go 3 wide, but there wasn't enough room, and looks pretty bad on the replay. So I'm sorry to those guys, but yeah.
Dude, the cars were brighter than the track. We had trouble seeing where you
Yeah.
guys even were. I had to get chopper view to find the yellow line. I mean, it was pretty brutal out there, and you guys were in the car, so that was pretty tough
Yeah,
for
we even
anybody
took a
out
look.
there.
Yeah, took a look from your seat and to see what you guys were looking at, and it was just as bad.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, the dashboard was the brightest lit thing. I wish they'd put, headlights on these cars, or the pace car was out in front of us the whole time because I couldn't see anything. Pace
Yeah.
car was the brightest thing on the track.
All right, we head to Kern Raceway next week. You gonna be there, and your confidence level heading there?
I've never raced there before, but we'll give it a whirl. Let's go in there and see what we can do.
All right, man. Well, shout out time.
Thank you.
Oh, sponsors, people watching you, nothing.
No, my dad. Just my dad's watching.
Hey, it's not
There
just.
you go.
Family's never just.
I got iRacing on the car, so I guess they're watching too. Probably not though.
All right, Tucker. Appreciate you, man. Hopefully we'll see you next week.
All right, thank you guys so much.
Yep.
Bet.
All righty, that moves us to our second place finisher, Mark Sikosi, which I guarantee he didn't see himself here. Sikosi, this race, let's talk a little bit about it. Bunch of cautions, bunch of guys learning how to drive it, and no lights out on the track. That's the trifecta here, buddy. Mark. He doesn't want to answer that one.
Yes.
No, I had to exit out and come back. I didn't have a connection.
Oh.
Missed the question.
All right, man. Well, I said new cars, new tracks, new drivers, and no lights out there on the track. We ended up with a trifecta here tonight. Talk to me a little bit about it.
Yeah, that was wild. We were probably gonna have to call it. It got any darker, but 2 to go. It got really tough to see. You couldn't tell where the outside wall was really, and yeah, I mean, going to the outside, them guys trying to get a run out there. I had to keep lifting to stay off Tucker because I didn't know where the wall was. I got it off of 4, I know, one time, and yeah, coming to the checkered, um, I touched somebody, and I think they got on the wall, and so I just pulled left, and I see the rest of them going up. They must have been going up the block, but I said, yeah, they're all going up in a wall because you can't get any closer. So I just cut left and hope for the best, and ended up P2.
Well, no headlights.
Like,
We did
surprise!
notice that the lights were illuminated on the track, but the track was not lighting up. Pretty rough.
Yeah, that they never fully updated it at the old Daytona track. They eventually ended up adding lights to this track, and they never actually made the track light up with the lights. You can see it on the cars. You can see it with the pace car. The pace car will light it up, but
Yeah.
other than that, that's it.
Whoops. Well, I'm assuming we won't have that at Kern Raceway next week.
No, well, we have plenty of lights. Being more
Yay.
control of your fate. Hopefully we get another good turnout. Maybe 20, 30 cars Kern with these. It would be a blast.
All right. Well, we noticed checking in some of the schedule, man. You guys aren't just doing super speedways and short tracks. I'm fairly certain I see dirt tracks in here as well.
Yep, we got 3 dirt tracks on there. I think we got Eldora, Knoxville, and Lucas Oil. So that they're a lot of fun there too. These cars are a blast to drive. They are a lot of fun. Hopefully we can keep growing this and keep it going.
Oh, yeah. Well, definitely, I'm sure a couple of guys I knew I would be excited about even heading to Watkins Glen. I see you have lined up on there as well. Mark, definitely, I can't wait to see what you guys can do at Kern Raceway. So give me your shout-outs here, and let's get you on racing for the next track.
Yeah, first off, I got to thank all the drivers that showed up. We had a lot of them come in the last second. For everybody that's watching, for you guys putting this on. Got to shout out Squeegee Pros, Portable SEO Marketing. Squeegee Pros, we got locations in Redding, California, and Grand Rapids, Michigan right now. So if you're in those areas, look them up for pressure washing, window cleaning, and gutter cleaning.
And even
Yeah,
holiday light stringing.
That's right. Yep. Holiday lights, Christmas lights. They'll put them up and they'll take them down.
Sweet. Nice. All right, Mark. Congratulations on your second place finish. We'll see you at Ken Harvick's racetrack.
Yep. We'll see you there. Thanks, guys.
Take it easy. All righty. And what a interesting race here. How Justin Ritchie kind of watched this one explode in front of him here. He comes away with the win at an unlit track. Man, I'm telling you, we're looking at your car on our screen here, and I don't see anything. I don't even see the crowd.
Yeah, it was dark to say the least.
Yes.
It was nice to see the pace car kind of lighten the exit of the dog leg a little bit, but other than that, bumpers were flashing as I was driving into the lights, and it was super hard to track where the cars were.
But we come away with the win, man. I know a little bumping and shoving out there with Hutchinson and Simpson opened up the pathway for you here. Was it luck, or are we just looking at just good placement?
Well, I think it was a little bit of both. On the exit of 4, I was kind of decided that I was going to try and go low. Maybe use a little bit of the apron, try to get a position or so. And then it just went off outside of me and just didn't look back. Kind of a little bit of luck, a little bit of, because I wrecked out. I was the first caution. I was spinning out towards the pit road basically, and just kind of grounded back. So these cars are fun. First time I ever drove these cars. Hell of a time.
So we should see you come back for Kern Raceway next week.
Yeah, but you won't see me up here. That's for damn sure. I don't know how to drive a short track to save my life. So I'm glad we got a win when we did.
Oh, man. Nah, I always say, man, short track gets anybody the same as a super speedway. It's the mile and a half that are the killer. because each one of them is different. But man, this definitely was one out there. Is there anybody that you can kind of help attribute your win to, or is this kind of a solo act here, and you made it all the way by yourself?
No. So I have an awesome team behind me. We're Team Orange Speed. Didn't have a decal for this race, but I'm sure we'll have one in the weeks coming. But Dakota Floyd was the dude that initially invited me in here about 2 hours before race time. And then we got Kyle Stewart, Sean Langton, and myself, and a bunch of other guys that didn't run that have constantly helped me improve, not just my super speedway racing, but racecraft and just overall. So big shout out to those guys. They know who they are if they see this. So
awesome. Justin Ritchie, congratulations on your win. Any more shout outs from you, or before we shut out here?
Don't think so. Just appreciate the league. Appreciate y'all for broadcasting. I can't wait to watch it back and relive my glory days, I guess.
And laugh, because I started noticing it's getting dark. We might have a problem here. All right, Justin Ritchie, congratulations on your win, man. Going ahead and kicking off the SRX Series with a win. We'll see how you do at Kern Raceway.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Oh, yeah. All right, Stella, that's going to do it for us. Good Lord, it's dark. Definitely make sure we'll take a picture for our thumbnail in the light, as that's what we're obviously going to have to do, because you can't see a thing. All right, talk to me a little bit about this race and your first take here on the SRX Series.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I like the fact that the cars they take a licking and keep on ticking. I wish that people would continue, in their racing. But if they don't, they don't. But we'll find some more people and have a nice big league here, and that'll be great.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Continue pushing on and actually racing, here a little bit. They do have multiple opportunities to return, come back. I would probably say maybe if it were super speedway, maybe they would factor in possibly one fast repair before anything happens. But definitely this is looking awesome here so far. Yes, they drive like tanks, Stella. I like how they're able to clip the wall and kind of keep going. But man, are they touching it in the bump draft. So we noticed a couple of guys just get a little nudge and away they go. So hopefully they're not do with the whole deal. So SRX is the actual car name on iRacing. Yes, that is the actual car name you are looking for. If you were looking to join up, and keep an eye out there for which tracks are coming up. So Daytona will be a free track. You'll have to get Kern, Knoxville, Five Flags, and Lanier. That'll at least make you to round 5 to April 10th. If you do buy things in bundles, try to aim for the 6th. That way you can go ahead and get a decent discount off for iRacing. So there's nothing stopping you here from joining the NSR Superstar Racing Experience. But from all of us at SimTrax Broadcasting, be well, be safe, be kind, and we'll see you at Kern Raceway next week.